IBM Rational Change supports decision-making, work assignments, reporting, and metrics. Rational Change uses change requests to track requests for changes, where a change request is a database record that describes the requested change, including details describing the change, who made the request, and history as to how the request has been processed. As you work on a change request, you can modify its description, defer it for later consideration, transfer it to different database, or even reject it. Rational Change allows the creation of custom lifecycles for the change management processes defined by your organization. So now let's see how Rational Change enables you to file a new change request, assign it to some developer, and perform follow-ups until the change request is concluded. This is the main interface for Rational Change users, and currently I'll be logging as support user 1. This is the default page for the support engineer who is responsible for filing the new tickets. As you can see, from the right corner of the page, the support engineer can switch between different databases that would hold different collection of change requests for him. Once selected the appropriate database, from the left panel, user can quickly view CR that have been either assigned, concluded, or submitted by him instead of searching for them individually. A new CR can be submitted or both submitted and assigned in an easy step, that is by only choosing the desired operation from the combo box, which would bring up the form to submit CR. Currently, we are going to submit and assign the CR at the same time, so I'll pick the second option. This is the submit and assign CR form, and now we are expected to fill all the mandatory fields before posting this CR. To save time, I have this form pre-filled. As you can see, I have provided all the necessary information for posting this change request, which includes the mandatory fields such as the synopsis, description, request type, severity, product name, resolver release, priority, and information about submitter. Also, I have attached a document to this change request which may be needed for the development of this change request. After finishing providing all the necessary information, I would be submitting this change request. And as you can see on the right corner of the screen, it would show the progress of the submission. And on the bottom left of the screen, you can see the change request has been successfully submitted and its number is 178. So back from the home page, if you want to see the status of any earlier submitted change request, then you can do so by entering the change request ID here and pressing show button. It will give you the details about this current change request and would explain you which state it currently lies in and what is the progress that has been made on this change request. As you can see, task number 142 has been associated to this change request, and currently the task is in assigned state and no further development has been done on this particular task by the developer. The same thing can be done from the home screen by choosing the submitted by quick link. It would bring further all the change requests that have been submitted by this support engineer. As you can see, 178 is listed at the bottom, and we can, by clicking it, we can access all the information that we have just seen. Another thing to notice here is that since the change request has been recently submitted by the support engineer, therefore the only transition left for the support engineer is the reconsider. By choosing this particular transition, support engineer can make the modifications about the resolver, release, priority, or add further comments to this change request. Besides this, the change request cannot be further edited by the support engineer unless and until the developer makes further progress on this change request. To check the assigned task, the developer will also log on to Rational Change Web Console, and similar to support engineer, can choose the links available on the left panel to quickly view the tasks that have been assigned to him. For instance, in our case, we have CR number 178 listed at the bottom of the list. By clicking to this CR, he can view all the details that are needed to be reviewed regarding the CR. After going through the details of the change request and the task ID, the developer would perform the needful action through Rational Synergy and would mark the task completed in Rational Synergy console. So to save time, I would be completing the task on behalf of the developer and would resume after the task will be completed. So after completing the task in Rational Synergy console, the developer will again log on to Rational Change Web Console and will retrieve the change request that was assigned to him. As he opens the change request, you can see there are two transitions available for this developer: resolve or reconsider. For resolving this change request, the developer has to complete the task assigned to this particular change request. And as you can see, the tasks that were assigned to this change request have both been completed, so the developer can safely resolve this change request. In resolving the change request, the developer will provide the total effort that was spent on this task and the comments. By clicking the resolve, the change request will be completed on the developer's part. As you can see, once the change request has been completed, there are no further transitions available for this developer, and from here the support engineer will again continue with the same change request, validate, and will conclude the change request. So now we'll be signing off as the developer and will resume as a support engineer again. On receiving the notification, the support engineer will again log on to the Rational Change interface and would open the change request that needs the review. As you can see, there are new transitions available for the support engineer now, either to conclude or rework. If somehow the work that has been done by the developer does not fulfill the change request, then the support engineer can always reopen this change request and assign it to the same developer or some other developer. Or in case, if the support engineer is satisfied with the work that is being done, as you can see, both task 142 and 143 which are associated to this change request have been completed, so the support engineer will simply conclude this change request. To conclude the change request, support engineer has to log in again and provide some comments while generating the signature. After the signatures has been generated, the support engineer can add further comments if wanted and can check either the documents have been validated by the team and the CR has been validated by SQE. Once all the information has been provided, the support engineer will finally conclude this particular CR by pressing the conclude button. And since the transition was successful, therefore all further transitions have been removed from this profile. This brings us to the end of the end-to-end submission and completion of a change request. In addition to looking for a change request or task within a single database, IBM Rational Change allows you through Advanced Search Panel to search for change request or task or both among multiple databases. Similarly, Support Engineer can also produce comprehensive reports to identify trends and patterns in change requests through Queries dialog. In this dialog, you can choose either to make your custom queries or can select from various bundled queries that come along with the solution. We'll make a custom query. You can select the format. Again, you can choose a custom format of your own choice, and you can go with the bundled format. And as you can see, it gives you the list of all the change requests that are associated with the current support engineer. You can perform more or less a similar option from report panel as well, where you can pick from the various report templates created by the change admin user. Currently we have few of the report panels here, which allows us to see open versus closed trend analysis with value breakdown. Some of the reports that have been executed before, you can view them as well. Here you can see only one change request. Similarly, you can execute other operations through these pages as well. So as you have just seen, Rational Change gives you complete control over change lifecycle, work assignments, and facilitates you with various comprehensive reporting procedures in order to leverage the decision-making process. Thank you for watching. For further help, contact the Royal Server representative.